I lost control of my bowels and I pooped my pants. Cool. They gave me 2 chips, although I asked for an apple, but that's okay.
Because I care about her and love her more than I love myself because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do.
Cool. This is not a veggie sandwich. Wow.
Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck. Fuck me.
Hi, everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've made a compilation of Amber being rude to doctors, other health professionals, and her using the hospital like it's her primary doctor. Let's get started.
They prescribed her this medicine, I don't remember what it was, and nothing's helping her. Her symptoms don't seem very acid reflux. Sometimes it does, where she says she feels the rising. Yeah, that's heartburn. But yesterday she said right here and right here was burning her, and I have really bad heartburn, or at least I used to get really bad heartburn, and never in my life have I had burning like right there. I'm thinking maybe asthma. So I'm hoping this is like her family doctor. I'm hoping he knows what type of test to do to figure out what is causing all of this, because she's also getting very, very short of breath, and I've never had that with heartburn either. Now, like 2:15, we have to leave for work. We went to the appointment, we came back, and we crashed. We went to sleep. I was so tired. So was Destiny, apparently. The appointment kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I feel like. The doctor said that EKGs only clarify there's like a 70% chance that there's nothing wrong with the heart, so there's another 30% chance that I'm just not liking. I personally don't understand why Destiny is having these symptoms. They don't seem heartburn related, but the doctor said just keep taking the medicine for 6 to 8 weeks. If things get worse, let them know. Doctors a lot of the time want to hope the best, and they say, okay, continue taking this medicine because it might be one thing, but if it's not, then we'll do the test 8 weeks from now. No. Why don't you just do the test now, because you could be wrong. My take on doctors sometimes is kind of negative, because I feel like some doctors are also kind of lazy.
I ask you a very fair question. What do you do successfully? Quickly.
Because I still remember when I knew I had gallstones, and I went to the ER, and they told me to go to this doctor, and they thought it was something else, and they wouldn't do any tests on me, and I'm like, no, my homie, I have gallstones, and they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't do the test. They sent me home without doing the test, and then a couple months later it just kept getting worse and worse, and I was like, literally, I'm not leaving this place until you give me a test. And they gave me a test, and I was right. I just feel like doctors need to be a little more careful. I was bawling my eyes out, and she was just like, she had my charts in her hand.
She was like, you're healthy, but you are obese.
But we can fix that. And in that moment, I was just like,
You guys know in my last video, it was a big point that I wanted to say, because it's important to this whole health thing, is that I was actually misdiagnosed with a collapsed lung. So they thought that I had a partially collapsed lung, but it turns out that I do not. So I want to let everyone know that that is not a thing. It's a misdiagnosis. They were confused because the x-ray did show something, and that is why I got a CT scan, because they assumed it was a partially collapsed lung. But the 2 CT scans I did have of my lung did show that it was not that it was actually fluid around my lung. It's not in my lung, it's around my lung. It's the nodule that is in my lung. So I have to make that clear, because people are still asking about the collapsed lung. They're saying like, so you have collapsed lung, fluid, and nodule. No, I do not have the partial collapsed lung. That is what they first thought it was.
the CAT scan. Why can't I say it? CAT scan takes an hour for results. She also did blood work and urine. So all 3 takes an hour. So we won't be leaving probably until 5, my guess. Because you know how hospitals are. Slow. I mean, yeah, but we'll probably get the results at 4. And then more doctors will come in, talk to you, let you know what's wrong, you know. But so we've been here for about an hour and a half. Nothing's really been going on. Just typical stuff. Took my temperature, got weighed. What's that one thing called? Blood pressure. Bunch of questions. That's about it. This is what the little room looks like that I've been sitting in for like 50 years. Just this little tiny thing with the curtains. That's my chair. So this is me just sitting here waiting. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I don't even have a watch. So far I've seen like 3 or 4 doctors and still nothing. I'll let you guys know. So I just got out of the hospital after like 3 hours, 3+ hours, something around there. And And I am so happy to report it has nothing to do with my heart. He said my heart is perfectly fine. A neck strain, I guess I pulled a muscle or whatnot. They prescribed me 2 medicines, which I will not be taking. Because I'm this type of person who just doesn't take medicine. I don't believe in it unless I thoroughly, really, truly, like, they tell you it's life or death, then I'll take it. But besides that, I really just don't take medicine. Guys, so today is day 1 of actually taking my mood stabilizer. I am kind of nervous because the girl said that this could cause a very bad rash that could be deathly. And I'm just like, what? Excuse me? So they took my blood, did my pee, and they found nothing. And the doctor I saw was just like so nonchalant about how much pain I'm in and where it's located. They literally sent me home. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, see my doctor. The only reason why I didn't wait is because yesterday was Saturday. Doctor's not open on Saturday. Today's Sunday. Doctor's not open today. I was like, okay, if the doctor's so nonchalant about the situation, literally sending me home without a diagnosis, maybe nothing's wrong. That was a thing. It still burns currently, but that's okay. So something, I'm kind of all over the place, I'm sorry, but something that I did ask him was, are you sure it's not my kidneys? I know you shouldn't question a doctor, but sometimes you have to, because when I went to the ER years ago, I knew I had gallstones. Like, I just knew it in my heart. And they kept telling me, no you don't, no you don't. And I was like,
I can't stand looking at that thing. I can't. Vile. But there it is. Look at how smug that thing is, too.
do the ultrasound and prove it. And I was right. I did. I had gallstones. So sometimes you have to kind of stand your ground just a little bit. So I felt like, are you sure it's not my kidneys? You know, I wasn't like questioning his like doctorate. I wasn't questioning his smartness or anything. They gave her like this pink stuff because they think it's acid reflux. I mean, is it helping? My belly still hurts. It's not helping. And I literally kind of got like an attitude and I'm like, really? Acid reflux? It's like, I could come in here and sprain my ankle and they'll blame it on acid reflux. Okay, so when we got to the hospital, there was literally not a single soul. I'm saying a single soul, not one, in the waiting room. And I've never been to a hospital like that before. Normally it's packed. And so I was like, cool, we're gonna have their undivided attention. We're actually gonna be able to talk to the doctor, like this whole thing. And so when we got there, we were called pretty quickly, went to the back pretty quickly, blah, blah, blah. But you guys know how it goes when you go to the hospital. Like, you literally talk to like 7 people before you talk to the actual doctor. And whatever, I was cool with that. Cool. But when they were trying to give, Destiny was trying to give blood, like, the guy had to use, like, an ear flashlight to find her vein. Like, he was just creeping me out. He was, like, some old man. And just that whole thing literally took about 20 minutes just to find her vein. Like, it's really not that hard. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be, like, harsh or anything, but I'm just, like, in a really bad mood about this visit. And so then after we, like, told a million people, like, a new person would walk in and they'd be like, so why are you here? She'd explain to them, I just got done puking, my abdomen hurts, blah, blah, blah. So finally the doctor comes in and the doctor's like, so you have a stomach ache? We're like, no. Like, that is not why she's here. She doesn't have a stomach ache. Her abdomen hurts and she was puking. And bam, blames it on acid reflux. Like, literally, I can go there for my hair falling out, or I can have an itchy eyeball and it's like gooped up with like green goo, or my pinky fell off and they blame it on acid reflux. I mean, that's just what they do because they're lazy. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't understand. So he's like, I'm gonna give you some medicine and it's gonna make you feel all better. It's gonna go away, blah, blah. So as you guys saw, Destiny drank that pink medicine, which was disgusting because I tried it. So that was supposed to help and it didn't at all. So we literally talked to the doctor for less than a minute. That's it. And after Destiny tried the medicine, I was expecting, since the hospital was literally like ghost alley, no one was there but us and the doctors, I was expecting the main doctor to come back in and talk to her and see if she's feeling better, but nope. Just one of his little minions came back in and we had to explain to him like it's not working. So he's like, okay, I'll go tell the doctor. So he's gone for like 10 minutes going to tell the doctor it's not working. So then he comes back in and he's like, he said it's gonna help. It's gonna work. It's just gonna take some time. Yet her mouth is completely numb and her pain is still there. I just found that odd. Clearly the medicine didn't work and sent her home all fine and dandy. Like, I don't understand. There was no one there. They couldn't have given her any sort of test. Like, I don't know. You took a pregnancy test?
I did with my urine.
Really?
Yeah, if you read that stuff, it tells
Oh
you.
my god, that's funny. They gave her a pregnancy test of all things. Like, I don't know. I am so grateful for doctors. Like, obviously they help us and this and that. But I do feel like sometimes they're a little greedy. And I just want to say that the main doctor we saw for less than a minute, was practically falling asleep. I'm sure he's had really, really long hours, and I'm sure he's had mean patients, and he's seen some crazy things, but I really believe that when you're a doctor, you should be a doctor not for the money, not for the privileges, not for anything other than the fact that you want to help people, and I just feel like they didn't help us today at all. Horrible experience. I can't even explain it. It's just bad. 100 to 3,000 calories is a good steady weight loss. Nothing dramatic, but manageable. I said, is it normal to fear that me eating anywhere near 3,000 calories will actually make me gain weight? You guys, I was scared because she was telling me things that I never thought a dietitian would be telling me. 3,000 calories is okay to eat and I'm gonna lose weight. I was like, this has to be a troll, but I knew it wasn't. A few days, and I just now looked at our text messages and that text didn't deliver. And usually when it doesn't deliver, it means you're blocked. So I sent her a message and I said, so you considered me your client, but now you're just ignoring me. You told me I can text you when I needed anything. If you didn't want to continue helping me, it would have been nice if you would have told me. So when I sent that text, I was like, please send. It didn't send. So she blocked me. So then I ended up going to the original Instagram and sending her the same message, and she hasn't replied. I'm confused on why she blocked me.
Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. Bye!
You're a lot. She told me so. You're a lot. Ambulance double chin is the most interesting thing about this channel. You know, but it could be bigger. It definitely could be bigger. Rain and petals, these drop. Pa. Pa.